Hello, welcome back to AJM Learn. Today I'm going to show you how to add button animations on your Squarespace site, both with the internal builder settings and then also with CSS. I post videos every single week, so subscribe if you like learning things about Squarespace. Okay, let's jump in. First, this is a new release. Squarespace, just as of making this video, just released all these new settings. I have an entire post on it. I'll link it in the video. But this is one of the big ones, so adding animations to different blocks. And buttons are the place I like to add animations the most, so I have 3 set up here for a different purpose in a minute. I have a primary, secondary, and tertiary, but let's just focus on one for now. So add your button to your site wherever you want. Click this edit button, go over to animation, and then press here to get started. So first you want to choose your trigger. So this is when the animation starts. So on hover, when you press, on loop, meaning it just keeps going as you're scrolling down the page. I think on appear means as it appears in the frame. And then follow, I don't know why you would ever use this in a million years. It would literally the button would follow your mouse, and that sounds infuriating to me, but whatever. Okay, so I tend to do for a button on hover is usually where I go with this. On hover and grow is kind of my go-to, but you have a few here. Some are more strange than others, but they're not bad. So on hover and grow. And it kind of sets it up for you, but you can go into this editing little button here and get really detailed. I find this whole UI to be kind of confusing, but as you can see, so on end here, meaning I guess on hover, you can change the opacity if you wanted the opacity to go down, and it's previewing it here for you, I believe. Yeah. You could rotate the button if you wanted it to have a little and you can kind of set your own stuff here. This is a preset, but if you wanted to skew the button a bit or move it to the left or whatever, you can kind of change that here. So I'm going to take this opacity back up. Timing. So here you can get really specific with your timing. You can even create something custom. I'm not going to get into all that. I suggest you play around with it because I find that relatively complex. Here you're kind of doing the speed and then also if there's a delay. So play around with how these work. This is kind of how much it bounces. This is, the speed in which or the duration and how long the whole animation takes. So play around with it and find something you like, but essentially pretty simple. It's all built in and you can just hover. The one kind of issue here, not issue, but annoyance, I guess, is you do have to do this for every single button. I really wish they would have put it in our button site styles, but it's not there. So it would have been cool if we could apply it to all buttons. Maybe that's coming next, but for now you really have to do this on every single individual button, which is not great. So what I suggest doing is, let me go into this section where I have a button. Just highlight that button, Command C or Control C, Command V or Command or Control V, just paste that into whatever, next section you want to use. So you're not having to set up the animation every single time. So I find that to be kind of the easiest way to do it is just to paste it into whatever section. All right, so that is how you do it with the built-in settings. Next, I'm going to show you how to do this with CSS if you wanted to apply this to all buttons. So again, this is kind of annoying because it doesn't apply to all buttons. So let's get into this. Now, quickly, CSS, you can do small animations with CSS, but CSS can't tell where you're scrolling on the page and all of that. So the triggers are more minimal here. I tend to just use hover. I have a whole post on it that's linked in this tutorial as well if you want to get more into animations with CSS. But for now, I'm going to focus just on this one. So as you can see, I have the selector for all buttons right here. So now every single button will have this. Oh, let me take away this built-in animation because obviously the settings are a bit different. How do I get there? Oh, by the way, you can also add multiple triggers. If you wanted to do something on scroll and then also something on hover, again, sounds a little nuts, but there's probably an application for that. Okay, back over here. All right, so now you can see it is on every single button. You can change again this ease in and out. You can kind of change the speed there and the scale as well. If you wanted it to blow up to 2 times, you could do that. So this is now applying to every single button on the site. That might be what you want. That would be cool. Otherwise, if you wanted to break it up based on button type, that's why I have these here. So now I have the primary selector. So now it's only applying to primary buttons. Obviously, sometimes you have to refresh for things to take. Always when I'm doing a demo. So now it should only be applying to primary buttons, not the secondary, not the tertiary. So all these selectors are in the post, but you can, change those here as well. This you can change it to tertiary. If you wanted to target, maybe for whatever reason you wanted different animations, you're using those buttons differently, you could totally do that. Next, you can target a single button. So this, I don't know why you would do this, because you could just do this with the built-in editor, but sometimes CSS to me is just easier. So you can actually just remove this here. I feel like the cleaner way to do it is like this. Let me actually paste this in. Let's keep that. We're going to add the block ID. So we're still having the selector for the buttons, but we're adding the block ID. I use the Squarespace ID Finder Chrome extension. So now, again, not applying to anything except the one I've targeted. And you can do the same with a whole section. If you said, okay, I want all of them in this section to have this, grab that section ID. You can even do collection ID if you wanted every single one just on one page. So you can just target these however you want. And then last thing I threw in here just for fun was you can use this selector and you're targeting the header button, because header button for whatever reason is separate and you can't really access it the same way. So if you want to do the same animation, you can do it like this. Okay, hope that is helpful. And again, make sure